All righty, kids. All righty. I'm here. It's daytime today, and it's bright and sunny in Inglewood, California. It is bright and sunny in Inglewood, California. Hello, I'm here inside talking to you, bitches. That's right. I'm here for you, talking some soap chats today on JLJ Media. Welcome. I'll set the chat room. If anybody wants to come in and say hello, please do. The show is a hit. It's a runaway bona fide hit. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Audio and video, it's a hit. I don't say. I'm very flattered by all this. We decided to bring the show back, and I had no idea what was going to happen when I brought it back. And you guys have exceeded all expectations. It's something else. I'm trying to move my screen. What do I got going over here? I got technical difficulties. There we go. That's what I wanted to do. Just it was too big. There we go. That's what I wanted. Okay. So I said, your technical stuff. Let's set it up. Millions of things going on. I got stuff flying everywhere, doing 10,000, 100 things, but in a good mood still. And today is also American Citizenship Day in Puerto Rico. So my pride there happened. We close up early? Oh, wow. Yeah. Something over here across the street. Anyway, so we're here. Daytime today. The major daytime news today that was released was Bold and the Beautiful. They mentioned some really good news. They didn't tell us what was going to happen in 2 weeks. That's like going to change everything or whatever. But they did mention some really great stuff. The Bold and Beautiful is entering its 35th season, 35th year. March 23rd, 1987. I was a senior in high school, about to graduate that June. So I graduated at the same time the show aired. 1987, it debuted. I did watch it, and I liked it. And so I've been a 35-year watcher. I've watched both of yours since then. And it's celebrating 35 years. 35 years. Go, go, go. Its most successful spinoff, kind of spinoff, not really a full spinoff because of why not, but a successful show of a soap to happen since the original ones. It's the youngest of the four soaps, and it's still hanging in there, and it's like number one around the world. It's this huge thing around the world. So Bold and Beautiful is a big deal. It just got renewed for 2 more seasons. 2 more seasons, 2024, 2024, 2024. But yes. I saw the cast photo on I just see that. Yes. I post that later on our page. So we're so happy about that. So 2 more years, Bold and Beautiful. I feel if you watch my show every week or listen to it, they were taking bold chances the last 2 years. So I'll give it to them. They're doing it. They won over 100 Emmys out of 300 some nominations. Over 100 Emmys their time. That's great. Daytime Emmys. That's amazing. And March 23rd is their actual anniversary. But March 24th, there be another announcement. Brooke Logan and all the last names, played by the incomparable, the amazing, the queen of the Bold and Beautiful, Catherine Kelly Lang, is getting her own standalone episode. That's right, kids. It's her True Loves episode. 5 of her True Loves. I wish I could bring everybody back. Erica did it for Erica Kane on My Children once. They had her dream, all her husbands. But it's supposed to be fun because some people are returning. Jack Wagner as Nick Maroney. And this one shocked me, Windsor Harmon. I'm shocked. I have my own reasons why that. If you listen to my Bold and Beautiful Rewind show, my audio-only show, you'll know why I'm shocked by Windsor Harmon, but okay. John McCook, of course, who's already on the show, plays Eric. Don Diamont, who's already shows Dollar Bill, and Torsten K as Rich. You know, I agree with I like Bold, so I don't care what they say. I like it. If you don't like it, I like it. Some things are valid, I get it, but I like Bold. I've always liked Bold. But they're 5 Loves, March 24th, standalone episode. Very exciting. Catherine Kelly Lang should get nominated for an Emmy for the work she's putting out right now. She is long overdue. She's killing it. they're all they're Brookhaven's playing a boycott. Here's the thing. I've ranted on the show before. You haven't watched, but I've ranted on the show. Hi Sylvia. Here's the deal, and hi Kirsten. Here's the deal. Twitter folks, you're nobodies. Sorry, it's not. They don't care. You're a small section, a tiny section of the larger picture. Sorry to tell you that. That's the truth. You can scream and holler and rant and rave and cuss at the actors, which some of you guys do, and tag them and stuff and call them names and demand they quit and all these things. You can do all plan a boycott. Okay, do it. It's not going to do nothing. That's just the truth. Go ahead and be all loud and try to be all that. It's not going to change anything. People need to understand Twitter is a social media platform. We need to stop giving it, we, meaning the collective we, need to stop giving it more credence, more status, and gravitas than it is. Sure, email CBS too, they don't care. I don't know, the CBS don't care. Nothing's gonna happen. I'm just saying, it's really, everyone's an audience someplace, Sheree. But I'm just saying, there's always a small group who gets loud attention from us because we go, look at that small group of people talking. They're talking about Brooke. They hate the character. They're going to boycott. And then, but nothing happens. It's like, yeah, it's like, right. It's the same people every day. It's not a huge group. We have to remind ourselves it's not a huge group. Social media is just that, social media. It should be for fun. It should be for exchanging ideas. It should be everything. So you have a right to bitch and moan on social media. I dare to vote not to. You can do whatever you want. If you feel like the best use of your time, then do it. But when people say things like, we're going to boycott, or you should stop watching, or we're going to do this, or we're going to do, it's like, you're a small piece. You're a small piece. It's not important. They don't care. They look at larger picture. This show is big around the world. It's one of the number one soap operas around the world. That means millions of people tune into the show. That's just it. It just is. I'm like, it's not you screaming and hollering on Twitter, you're not gonna do shit. So good luck for you. If they're gonna boycott, then boycott. You have every right not to watch a show. You have every right not to do anything. And you can also be offended by me saying you're nobodies. You're not. You're nobody. You can go ahead and just, I'm nobody. But if I start screaming on Twitter, who cares? Who gives a shit? The point is, they look at big ratings, they look at advertising, there's other things they look at. They're not looking at Twitter. It's just, and so we need to stop giving Twitter. So we had a former president that we gave too much credence to on Twitter. Like, we need to stop that. There are a lot of folks who are not on social media who watch Bold and Beautiful. They have no idea what's going on social media. They have no idea what's going on there. No idea. No idea. And Sheree, I'll give you to your point, there are some folks who just complain because they can complain. They can. Some folks just and some folks, yeah, there's some things that are valid. And there's some things that I do opinion television. So yes, there's some things I'm like, yeah, there's some things that are valid. And and these shows are meant to rile you up. That's kind of, hello, Minifer and Sheree are, everybody. They're meant to rile you up. That's the point. You're supposed to screw the television and go, no, why are you doing that? Don't kiss him. Don't sleep with him. Don't do that to her. You're supposed to do that. That's what's supposed to happen. You're supposed to go, I love this. Why? They're not real people. That's the whole point. You're supposed to go, this is so bad. Why are they doing this? That's the point. I'm not a fan of the Carter Paris pairing. I'm just not. But I'm not going to screw with the actors and tell them they should quit their jobs and what are you doing? The writers feel this is the direction they're going. I have a right to not like it. I have a right to fast forward. I have a right to not tune in until a storyline comes back that I like. That's all right. And I think, I was looking at, and as Sheree is saying, it's true, the actors are doing a job. So screaming at them is not going to do what they're going to do. They're doing a job. They're not in charge. They're not producers. Some shows, so let's say, some primetime or streaming series, some of the folks are producers. For example, and just like that, the Sex and the City reboot, all three girls, I should say, women, all three women
they're executive producers. And when I saw the documentary, they spoke about the choices they wanted made for their characters. So now you can so now if you want to tweet at them, you can, because they're actually producers on the show who affect change of their character. If you're just an actor on a soap opera, chances are you're not a producer on there too. Now, Lawrence is a writer, so you can write to him on some level about some of the writing, possibly. We don't get to know which one he's writing, which one. There's a lot of writers. But for the acting part, it's like they're acting. They're acting. They're acting. So telling them how bad they are, telling them they do, I mean, that's not going to. I have talked crap about so many actors on some level, on some things, that I would never tag them in there. I don't tag them in there. I would never tag them and go, "Wow, your acting was so horrendous today." I would never do that. That doesn't solve anything, doesn't make anything. And a lot of times, I don't even say that online. I don't need to vomit and have verbal diarrhea and say everything I feel online. I don't. I make statements here and there. But for folks, online social media, which is social, you talk. And I will never censor anybody. You say whatever you want, do what you want to do. But I just think it's like, just gotta look at the place of you and on there and what that placement is. Hello, Cross Reen Smith. I've never seen you before. Welcome. His name was Lawrence St. Victor. That's Carter's name. I mean, that's Carter's character's real life portrayer's name. Is Lawrence St. Victor. But yes, we're not that important online. We feel like we are, and we need to kind of like, we need to look at our space in the larger sense of the word, in the bigger picture. There are folks who aren't on Facebook and on Facebook groups. There are people see, that's the thing. So everything has its own little world, right? So when you're on Reddit or some kind of message board, it's a world. It's perfect. Let's see. Oh, sorry. 1 second. Sorry, a little rant for a second. Okay, somebody's telling me something. That answer now. Okay, and films 55555. Okay, so we have to look at this way. So we're on message boards, like I was saying before, like Reddit, television, pity, all these little message boards. That's its own little world, right? So when you get in that world as a participant, it feels like it, and for people, for good or bad or indifferent, it's your world. JLJ Media, we create our own little world with our people. You guys come on here, we talk about things, we have our own little world. It's our world. We're creating a world. That's wonderful. Twitter, Facebook groups have their world. Instagram has its world. Like, we have these little worlds everywhere. But I know for a fact that what I say on a Facebook group it hits the world of that group. It has nothing. It won't do anything for the larger picture of society or like the television world or Hollywood. It's just it's big in that you can be a big fish in a small pond, right? It goes for this. One day he's going to read this live chat. I love it. That's the point. It's like, it seems big because there are folks who take breaks from social media, because when you're in it, you're immersing yourself in this world that can seemingly become overwhelming. I don't have that. I don't take social media that seriously like that. So I don't take breaks or anything. I know what social media is for. I know what it is. I totally get what it is. And social media can be a wonderful place. A great place. So a place of connection. I connect to most of you guys on social media. Well, I mean, all of you guys on social media. I connect you. That's the point. Social media, people, fans and followers who have supported me for years, who've been wonderful, been there with me through the ups and downs, have lifted me up. It's completely this thing where it can be a wonderful, wonderful place to be. Then there's the other side. There's the other side of it where people think they're more important than they are. Sorry, I don't know how to say it. People think they're so important.
well, I know how things really work, and I'm gonna, when I do this, it's gonna bring them down to their knees, and they're gonna realize when I stop watching. No, in the bigger world, if you stop watching the show, and if that is your power. So it's like that is part of something that if you don't spend money somewhere, that is your power. Really, you're spending, that's your dollars. So, but if you can get everybody to join in with you, then yeah, then real change could possibly happen. But if it's just this group on Twitter or this group in a Facebook group, it's not going to do much. It just isn't. But I understand principle. If you have principles, okay, I have no problem with that. It's fine. If you feel like I just can't watch it for this reason, I would never tell you not to think that way. But I just think, again, we got to knock ourselves off these pedestals when we think we're all that because we're on social media or because we're in a group, and we feel this is gospel and that's it. And I also have to remind ourselves that there are folks who do like this system. Everybody I know doesn't like it. No one likes this. You can't make blanket statements. You just can't like that. Because for everybody who says you don't like it, there are folks that like it. Again, that's what soap opera does. That's what soap does. That's what it's here for. That's what it's. I mean, it's all. It's. That's what it's here for. That's what it's here for. You're supposed to get upset. You're supposed to get happy. You're supposed to get smiley. They create couples, break them up. There are different writing regimes, different producers. There's network stuff coming in sometimes for something saying, we want this. There are folks who are out of touch with reality. I wish there was, sometimes I do wish this. I do wish it could be like a fan liaison, right? Somebody who could, who could talk with the fans and report back to you. Because, I mean, like, for example, Taraya on YNR, huge following. Trust me, I know that. And after the first video I did with them, interview with them, which at the time I think it did like 30,000 at the time, they asked me, what is it about them? Why is it so? Why do they want a second one? So we did a second one, which is now over 10,000. They asked me, so YNR noticed how big my interviews with Taraya was. And Taraya is Kate Fairbanks and Cameron Grimes. They saw how big it was and they asked me questions. So they can't notice stuff like that. They'll notice it. And they're like, okay, fill us in. And I filled them in. I told them why Taraya is popular and successful. And again, I'm the only person. You can look anywhere else. As of this date of March 2nd, I'm the only person who has Taraya interviews. There's interviews with one or the other here and there, and there'll probably be some interviews coming up with both of them because they're getting married on the show. But right now, I'm the main one. And I can tell you right now, there's more fans. The shows are still number one. My show, there's still number one, number two of my network every month, every week, all the time. So there's new folks finding it because I know I don't have every YNR fan. There's no reason to think that my interviews go to 100,000. They're already over 50. They keep going. I don't have every fan. I have a few, but not everybody. So I think that's where you can show your power. It's like showing your power to actually supporting certain. And see, also the soap genre is not dying. It's morphed into other things. That's why daytime today is not soap today or anything, because daytime, we talk about daytime, but soaps are now nighttime, prime time, on Netflix. That soap format is completely been borrowed. So, and other media. So it's soaps like whatever, but we only have 4 soaps, actual daytime soaps left. So I say protect them all with all our might, all 4 of them, to make sure they continue. That's what I want to have happen, where they continue. I mean, seriously, that's what I'm like thinking. Like, okay, that's good. I want that. So I think people, it's so that's a little bit of my tirade for today of that. I just think that people just get, and it's not just Bold and Beautiful. It's other groups. It's other. It's not just them. So I can't even say that. You know, we need to realize that some things are just not that as big as they think they are. That's what it is. People give themselves much more importance than they are. I realize, like, okay, well, I know what I'm saying. Okay, again, it's your business. And yes, we all want good soap. See, that's another thing I always say. Soap fans aren't dumb. Soap fans are literally they know their soap. Longtime soap fans know what went on, know what happened. They know when shows were super hitting the ball running. But again, for everybody who liked The Possession by Marlena, there are folks who hated it. That's what good show is. Soaps, they said soaps had an idea of this, we don't give you everything you want. That's the point, right? They keep you wanting more, so to speak. Yes, I saw my shows. Sometimes pacing, you're like, oh my God, can you pace this a little better? Other times it goes too fast. You're like, I can't catch up. So soaps are not perfect by any stretch of the genre. No, not at all. Soaps are not perfect. There's some writing teams are way better than other writing teams. But I like all four soaps, to tell you the truth. I'm with Natasha. I like all four soaps. I'm not Team Brooke or Team Taylor. I'm not neither. I'm neither. I like them both. They both have their points. And that's the point, right? That's the point. Them getting back to this rivalry again, it should rile you up. That's the point. I feel like some folks miss the point that's the point. You should be getting upset. You should be saying, no, not again. And literally on the show, I watched today's show, spoiler alert, Taylor and Brooke are talking, and that one little piece of dialogue is kind of like, are we doing this again? Like, really? That's like the audience by saying to you, are we doing this again? So you hope that they don't, then you hope that they do. That's the point. Nobody else makes it fun. Remember the other day I was talking about that? I was like, where's the fun in soaps? Where's the fun? Everybody's just so sour. I'm like, shit. Like, wake the fuck up. Then stop watching the shit then. If you think everything's so horrible, then stop. Then really do stop watching it. And then don't talk about it either. Don't come online. Well, I don't watch that shit anymore. I still talk about it every single day. They ruin my show and they keep ruining my show. Well, then stop talking about it. You don't like it, go move on to something else. Like, cheese and crackers. Like, it's not helping. You're not putting anything positive out. Nothing's changing. Nothing's happening because you're talking about it. It's just you talking about it. Like, geez. I'm like, really? It's like, how is that really helping the world any? Okay. There are folks who have to get their point across. And I'm like, with me, I don't care. It's like, if you like somebody on a show, good. I'm not here to tell you not to like them. I don't need you sending me 10,000 messages trying to explain to me why you like them and why I'm like, I don't care. It's like, if you like a character, that's your right to like a character. Like them. Like them. Have a good time. That's good. That's the whole point is. You go on a show, you relate to certain characters, you like them, there's characters you don't like. I didn't like Peter. Everybody in the whole world, from here to Timbuktu and back, knows how much I like that character. But there were some folks who liked Peter. I was shocked. I was like, okay. But I didn't attack them and go after them. Oh my God, it's fine. You like Peter. If you find something good, Peter, that's good for you. I personally didn't like it. Didn't like the character actor. I didn't like it. But there are folks who liked him. Okay. Then have a good time. But I'm not going to keep talking about him and bitching about him. And like, after he leaves the show, he left the show. I'm like, okay, we're good. Now I can go on to something else. But there are folks who don't even watch the shows anymore, but they participate in all the shenanigans online. That keeps them relevant and it gives them something to do. And you're just like, and so, yes, it's crazy. It's crazy.
Tell me, folks, how you feel. So I got a little text. It's crazy. Crazy, folks. Like what you like, don't like what you like, keep moving. I just think it's, I just think there's so much chatter that is just so unnecessary online sometimes. It's like, it's, but I always also feel like in some ways, as I just have my big rant, but also I know on some ways there are people who are lonely. There are people who have some mental issues. There are people who are feeling like they're not being heard in other parts of their life. So you go online, it feels like I'm being heard. I'm in charge. I can say what I want. I can do what I want, and I want to be heard. So I will say the most outrageous things, the craziest things, whatever, and that's what they do. They want to feel like people want to feel like they want to belong somewhere. So I get that also. That people are just like, well, no, everybody else talk. I don't be left out of conversation. I have some things to say because maybe genuinely I am angry that my show went a direction that I didn't want it to go. So there's that also. I get that too on some level. I do. You know, and here's the thing, Harris. I appreciate it, but also I know people don't respect my opinions. There are folks who don't like my opinions. That's fine. My opinions are opinions. That's the thing. But I'm telling you, a lot of my opinions are based on real life, what's going on. I'm here in Hollywood. I work with the networks. I know what's going on many times. So a lot of my opinions are based on, I know many of the actors. I'm actually friends with a lot of the actors. So I know what the truths are and what isn't. I know how the business works. I'm in Hollywood. I'm in this business. I've been in it for 15 years. I don't know everything, but I know a lot. And so a lot of my opinions are based on this. Plus, I've been a soap fan for most of my life. So I have that. I have this. I'm also in business. I mean, I have all these parts that, so my opinions are informed by that stuff. And there are some folks who still tell me they hate my opinions. They don't like my opinions. They think I'm wrong. They think I'm mean. That's fine. Again, you don't have to like it either. I'm telling you what I think. I'm sharing with you what I think is the truth of some sorts. And I want you to hear it so that you can see it also, because a lot of folks you don't know, they're not here in Hollywood. They don't talk to celebrities. I'm trying to give you some insight in some ways and go, because I see people say things, I'm like, that's not even true. I know that person personally. They hear something, and then you know it's crazy. It's just crazy. I got it's like a six. It's one of those things. It's just completely. You have your rights to your stuff. I have my rights to my stuff. But I'm trying to tell you, a lot of my stuff is based on actual reality. Like I'm actually here. And there are folks who just like look at me and go, well, I still don't believe you. I know. I'm like, okay. I'm like, my opinions aren't just opinions I pick out of air. Usually based in some kind of reality of some sort. So I thank you for folks who actually agree with me or see what I'm saying, and there are others who don't. I can't make you. I can't convince you otherwise. But I just think that it's we have to. I want more positivity. I want more objectivity. I want more realism. I know I'm asking that for, but in real, I just feel like social media. Where is the social aspect where it's a fun place to go? And debate is fine too. Debating is fine too when it's healthy debate. Now, I say, what's healthy? I just know it's just folks who just are not open to it. But we'll talk. Let's talk. Tell me something you really believe, and I will tell you what I believe, and we can talk about it. And we can agree, disagree. We can, but I just folks who just start screaming, yelling, cussing, name calling. It's like all that stuff is not necessary, not at all. My lives are crazy. I'm crazy. I say how I feel. Don't care. I'm here for you. That's what it is. I'm here for all of you, and I want people to get a stronger sense of like what goes on out there. And I'm here to share stuff with you. There's things I know. I'm trying to share it with you. And some folks receive it and some don't. And that's it. And I also get that my advice cup of tea, and that's fine too. I don't. That's hello. I'm trying to talk. Yes, there is real life and real life. Yes, and it's stupid. It's just like there's yeah. They're totally doing this beeping noise. This trailer is probably it might get on my nerves. Blocking buttons, muting buttons, all kind of stuff. I don't. What do you mean? What happened with Tanner? Tanner's fine. He's in the Tanner Dobbins in those Liberty commercials where you messy kids like bloopers in the Liberty commercials, and he was back on today. If you haven't watched, spoiler alert, he's back. He was on today, and he was shirtless. Thank you. Him and his wife they're having a second child. It's just announced that. I think it's a boy. I think it's a boy. So Tanner's doing fine. What they do is they give people. Let's say they rotate characters out. The show has a larger cast than for a half-hour show, and this show has a format that just by their choice. A lot of most Bold and Beautiful. They'll focus on a couple of storylines at a time, then rotate it out, put another one in, rotate it out, another one in.
I haven't watched any General Hospital this week, so I haven't seen New Jordan yet. I saw a picture of her and I was like, okay, she a little brown skin. Okay. I didn't see any curly hair in the picture, but I haven't seen it yet. I haven't watched Wide on It either. The only thing that I'm caught up on right now is Bold and Beautiful. I haven't watched any other soaps yet. I haven't watched nothing. I haven't watched anything. So you guys are giving me, it's all spoilers you're giving me. I didn't know she was on or anything. So I have not watched nothing. I hope to start watching some of today, tonight. Oh my God. It was quiet here the whole day. Now all of a sudden it's not. At 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So yeah, so I caught up on that, but I haven't. I'm trying. It's so hard because it's this beeping noises happening. I'm trying to talk over the beeping and talk to you guys. It's getting very hard to do that. It's totally. Well, Tanner's wife's having a baby. He ain't giving birth himself. But yes, his wife is. Yes, I can't wait to watch Days. Why? I can't wait to watch all the soaps. That'll be good. It'll be good. Yes. This beeping, you guys can't. It's this beeping is driving me crazy. I'm here live, and it's all these giant. I'm like, just park already. Like, what is going on over there? They keep backing up and turning in, and these giant trucks that is in a small space across. They're trying to park them because they're building a metro in my neighborhood. So they're trying to. They can't. They have to use the beeper to back up, and they go back in, and back up, and they go back in. And I'm like, cheese and crackers. Just park the truck. Anyway, yes. So that's. Oh. You guys talk amongst yourselves. I'm just gonna wait until this beeping stops. I'm watching them right now. Seriously, it's been quiet for the last 5 hours. This is crazy. Oh, thank you, Seneca. Yes, my buddy. And now they're back. Oh my God, it's like this is crazy. It's crazy. It's driving me nuts. This is driving me nuts. It's like right in my ear. Oh my God, really?
Oh my God, it's echoing right in my ear. I just said, Yannicka, he came back today. Tanner is back today. We say it for the people in the back room. Tanner came back today on Bold and Beautiful. I already said it earlier. He came back on the soap. He's already back. Okay. I just already said he's back. He's on the show. He came back today. He was shirtless, no shirt on, pecs out to here, kissing Steffi. He's back. Yeah, Seneca. So Seneca Scott's running for mayor of Oakland. A friend of mine. He is partially hearing impaired, but he's an activist. He is a cannabis person. He's all into all that. He's into the grassroots project. He loves urban farming. So I did an interview with him to showcase him. So if you're in Oakland or a Bay Area, check him out. But check out the interview too, periods, for my show, Extra Connections. What's interesting with him is it is about someone who's from the neighborhood, who believes in the neighborhood and wants to work with the neighborhood. So not all politicians are the same. So if you want another point of view and somebody look at, that is one person the interview should look into. So thanks, Clark EV, for the interview. I think it's just something that he, and any other candidates locally want to come on my show, let's talk about it. I have friends and people in Oakland. I used to work in Oakland. I did for years. I worked near Chinatown. I worked with Bart. I know everybody. I just told somebody on a text, all roads lead to James Lott Jr. Because somebody on a text who's part of JLJ Media just realized he knows someone else from JLJ Media. And he knew him years ago. I was like, yes. I'm like, okay. I was like, that's so funny. One of the beeping's back. Oh my God, I can't park this thing. Oh my goodness. Myra, yeah. And hi, Myra D. Florence. I know you. This beeping is getting on my goddamn nerves. Is what it is. It's like, but now I'm like, park the truck. My ears hurt. Oh my God. They're trying to park this truck with all this cement on it, and they're trying to. Yes, I know a lot of folks. It's about daytime chat. I know a lot of folks in daytime from all 4 soap operas. All of them. All of them. But Maya, here's the thing. Not just Bold and Beautiful. People criticize all 4 soaps. They criticize all shows on TV. People love to criticize. I want to tell you something. As a person who also produces stuff and directs things and writes things, it's not easy work. Yes, our job is to entertain you. Their job is to entertain you. It's all everybody's job to entertain you and to give you something that you can enjoy. Now, you can't please everybody, of course. And some people think that this writing choice works, and maybe it doesn't. You find out it doesn't. But it's a lot of hard work that goes into producing shows. And not to try to give them all a pass, but just that it's people who criticize usually are folks who don't do that for a living, have no clue what it's like, have never been on a set, have never written anything, and they nitpick everything. Yes, I think certain things should be pulled out, like continuity. So there's certain things I always go, yeah, that should be called out. There are things like somebody's hair out of place, like, hello, but again, I still think it's a lot of work. Soaps put on, they film about 8 shows a week sometimes. It's like being on stage productions. Not every stage production is perfect either. You may go one night and the show is popping. Everybody just gets good and it's working. Go another night, the light goes out over here, someone trips over there. It's just, but the show goes on. It just goes on. So I give the soaps a little bit more leeway because they work very hard to produce something for you out there. And again, you have a right to not like it, but I just think this whole excessive
loud chatter. Just doesn't work. Well, that's fine. They can say yeah, 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 yeah. So yes, there are folks who don't like standalone episodes. There are folks who love standalone episodes. There's that also. It's okay. So folks don't choose there. That's fine. So that's all I got to ask. There are folks. 20 people are watching. 20 folks are watching my show right now live. Thank you. Cheers to you. Yay, yay. This is a Bold Beautiful centric episode, but I just want to mention all the soaps. Everybody's upset about something. Nobody likes everything. That's just how it is. I've accepted it. I go, okay, that's fine. Yeah, there are folks who say all kind of stuff all the time. They do. Yes, Carly's on every day on GH. That is a little much. I love me some Carly, but it's a little much seeing her every day. You're frozen when your heart's not open. If I could take your heart. Sorry about Donna reference. I've obviously missed a lot. Message Child, just me ranting. That's all I do in the afternoon. I come on here and rant about something. Tell people off. That's all I yell at people, I tell people off. That's all I do at this point. I do. I feel like a lot of times I just want to yell at everybody. And like, wake up! Wake up, bitches! God. God. Crazy. God. Yes, we won't even get into where soaps lie in terms of the larger entertainment picture. So that's why I say to all the time. Again, these shows are put on and then they're here for you. They are here for you to watch or not watch. Yes, shows could be periods where they are not unwatchable. I've had days of our lives at one point I could barely watch it. Barely watch it. I was like, ooh, it was painful for a few months there. I love Madonna and Catherine K. Lang. That MC that made me laugh right there. I like that. But you know what I mean? It's like some shows go through periods where you're like, But see, I didn't go online and rant about it. I didn't go, this show just fucking sucks. I don't know why it's on the air. No, I want the show on the air. And I always say this. Every show goes through a moment where everybody's just like, really? Because writers do try stuff. They think this is going to work. They have an idea. I'll always defend writers and artists because if they ain't on page, they're on the stage. But yes, it also is their fault too if something doesn't work. But that's the whole point. They write a story. They think it might work. And sometimes it does, and sometimes it doesn't. And also with different regimes, meaning when there are different producers and different people, certain regimes go, like on General Hospital, Bob Guza loved the mob stuff. I was not a mob fan. But everyone's like the mob stuff. Those who like the Helena Castline stuff. Like there's different eras of shows. So you have a right to go, I don't care for that era. It's gotten too mobby for me. I like the hospital stuff. That to me, that's completely valid. I understand that. But just know that at some point it will come out of that and probably go back to where over here where it was. Shows are cyclical. They just are. They do so much that there are moments where, like you always took on a show, there are talk 2 weeks, info weeks, we call them in the business, where it's just lots of info. And that's it. It's one of those things that's completely, it's just, okay. They go in cycles. So sometimes you have to kind of go, okay, got it. I may not watch as much right now. I'll check about it maybe in a month. Or you fast forward to the parts that are not the greatest, which some of us do, and then, that works. Some storylines just don't work. They try, like I said, certain pairings mean nothing to me. They do nothing for me. But would I want to something out of business because of it? No. Do I take it personally? No. I don't take it personally. The writers are writing what they think it's going to. They're writing what they think. Writers aren't trying to ruin your shows. They are not trying to ruin your shows. Nobody wants that. Trust me. They're not trying to ruin your shows. It just is, they try something that may not work. Let's see what Girl Shanika. Let's see what you're talking about. Do you think the genre would benefit by slowing down? Seems more quantity over quality. I wonder from a production and screenwriting standpoint, is it something that's still viable today? They are pushing out script after script and filming so much. Is the quality still at the center, though? Interesting question, because I know you're a writer. So I know you're a writer. So, me as a writer, producer, director. I don't know if slowing down is the answer either. There's just, see, here's the deal. So they're trying to do it efficiently. There's that also. It's a lot of money to keep the lights on. And they're not making as much money as they used to. So it's all about how can you do this efficiently? And some soaps are like, we only film during the day. We're done by 5. So a lot of times it's just the actors are trained to do it. And also soaps also do a lot of time offs now when they go dark. So again, they're trying to save money. The whole point is some of these soaps are really trying to save money, stay on the air, like literally stay on the air. So that's what the writing. So to answer your question, in a way, no, they can't do that because they're trying in the larger picture to save money and keep my standard, but stay within budget. So everybody's salaries get paid, and then stuff goes out. So they film a lot of scenes that they have enough scenes banked for the future. That's what happened 2 years. Literally 2 years ago, we had it happen where soaps ran out of shows. They literally ran out of episodes. So if they slow down, there'll be even less episodes done, and that's the problem. But I try to do it as efficiently. As a director, I know for a fact, if someone's on contract for 3 days a week, it's almost better to film as many scenes as you can with them in a 3-day period that may last over 2 or 3 episodes. So it's kind of, there's a bunch of logistical stuff that goes on, why they write so fast and why it's just so quick. But I know that a lot of times they take more breaks, which for some actors gives them a chance to work on other projects, and work for other networks. So there's all kind of stuff that goes on. Right now, most of it's budgetary. So to answer your question, I don't think slowing down with this would help any. That's interesting points. I get actually thinking where you're going with that. Like write fewer, more meaningful scripts or more, but I don't think that's the point. I think the point is the network's like, we want these shows on every day. So get them out. But it's more financial. I miss the fashion shows. Days didn't run out of any. Days was the only show that did not run out of any episodes. Yes. Let's see, I'm saying
I miss the fashion show so much. V. Carter, I miss them so much. Also, shows when I make the same commercial I ran. They don't. Oh, it's much different. Everything is different now. I'm in that business, so I'm just telling you, it's all different now. It's not what you think. So so I'm like, yeah, it's not what you think anymore. So it's all money. It's money. It's all money based. It's all money based at this point. It's all budget based. How they film, why they film. And I think some shows go dark for 3 weeks, some go dark for 2. They go dark for, and some people they like the where it's early call time, so it's like 7 to 5. Because they say maybe people have families, they're raising kids, so they can be done by 5. So they got to work hard for 12 hours. Okay, then they're done. Weekends off, all kind of stuff. So keep that in mind. So I was so people say that some of these scripts aren't the, greatest. Just keep in mind there's stuff going on also behind the scenes. Now, COVID also has influenced a lot of storyline too the last couple of years. Hopefully we start coming out of that, hopefully a little bit. But a lot of storyline was dictated because of COVID. There are things that couldn't be done. And I know for a fact that some shows had storylines that were scrapped because of COVID. V. Carter, how I feel about that. I told you, these networks don't give a shit about the soap opera. Their soap operas are not cost effective to make. To be quite honest, they're not. They're not bringing in what they used to. They're not cost effective. Doing talk shows and game shows and food shows are way more cost effective. Not as expensive to do. You can film 2 or 3 of those in a day too, and you're getting big stars. Come on. Oh, you're welcome, Shanika, of course. I can tell you were coming from a writing standpoint, so I knew where you were coming from. Like you're coming from a writing, because you're a writer, so I knew you're coming from a writing standpoint. But yeah, soaps. They want others that's cheaper. How many more judge shows do we need? How many more talk shows do we need? Some of them are good. I'll get you, some of them are good, but do we really need any more? Do I need anybody else? But it's part of daytime TV. I'm a Kelly Clarkson fan. I like Drew Barrymore. She's cute. I watch The Talk and The View. So I do that. But that's part of daytime. But we don't need 10. We don't need Hot Bench and Divorce Court. There's some that we don't need them anymore. We just don't. We just don't. I would love to see more soaps, but we know that's not happening. That whole Pine Valley thing, I guess it's in production. You know what? Killed the soap opera, and Films 555 is on something. Most people say what killed it was the writer's strike back in the mid-90s and the O.J. Simpson trial. The O.J. I was there. Many of you guys were there. That trial was riveting. Every day it was on during the day. That's what killed the soap opera. Because that was a real life soap opera with real life consequences, and people were glued to their TV sets. That's what did it. And then ABC said, we don't want all children in lunch live anymore. The CBS said, I don't want Guiding Light and As the World Turns anymore. But it was those trials, and a lot of that, again, court TV and stuff came on. That was it. Took over. Literally, that was it. That's what started. That's what started it. That's totally what started it. And that's what, because real life reality was much more exciting than the soap opera. And I understand human behavior. Some of it is more exciting. You're like, that's way more exciting. I'm saying, Maya, that's reality TV. I disagree with that statement. I don't think reality TV killed soaps. I think it was O.J. Simpson, the writer's strike, that made people go, oh, we'll watch something else. So I will say
The court shows then came in and started killing soap operas, and talk shows started getting more popular and killing soap operas. That's what I would say with that. Reality TV came in and killed a lot of primetime TV. That's where I would switch the statement. Reality TV, when it came to primetime, killed a lot. Because that was the thing. Because it was easier to put out The Bachelor and cheaper than to go 1 hour drama. Just this, it's cheaper. And you can pluck these people out of obscurity, wherever they are, and you can produce a show, make any kind of storyline you want. The Bachelor, Bachelorette, those shows completely changed the face of television. Survivor, Big Brother. There was one called, oh my God, what's that one called? I used to watch it. Not The Eye. Oh my God, what was that called? Well, I can't remember. There's a few others back in the early days. The Mole, Amazing Race, all those. That killed primetime TV as we know it, I think. So, Amaya Baker, I disagree with the daytime part, but I agree with you with the reality TV killing TV part in general. That's why, you know, that's what I would. Well, you know, I miss some soap.net. If I tell you guys, if I could do something of my own, I would. You know, Falcon Crest is now on IMDb TV, so who knows? Yeah, and Sarah, at the other point, there's so much more things. You're right here. You're watching me on the internet. You're watching me. So there you go. You're watching me right now when you could be watching some TV show on this is my big TV. My TV is off. And I'm right here and you're watching me. You're not watching television. There's shows on right now you're not watching, but you're watching me. There is so much streaming out there without commercials. We have to sit through commercials. You don't have to sit through commercials. And see, advertisers know that. But see, I have a DVR. My DVR is right here. I can fast forward through commercials. When I have to sit through a commercial, I want to jump off a building. You know, so yes, and the reality show Sunday, Mark Teshner is one of those who was finding the next soap star. Yes. So I'm just saying, kids, it is like, you know, the TV is a whole other world. And and TV, when we say TV, we have to say streaming, internet, you know, YouTube, and now audio. People are like, I can't sit in front of something for a long time. I'd rather listen to it while I'm laying down, walking down the street. It's a whole other world now. I look to a LGBT, so I would do a soap channel in a second. If I could get one, I would do one. I want one. Okay, kids and kidlets, I've been on for an hour. I got to go. This has been very lively. 25 people. It's the most ever watched me at lunch. I mean, I love this. Thanks for coming in and watching me today and joining in on the conversation. I love doing the show. You have made this show, Daytime Today, a hit for us at JLJ Media. So I will keep doing it as long as you want me to do it. Again, I'm of service to you. I will continue. And congratulations to the original topic, which is Bold and Beautiful. Claps to you. I love the guys Bold and Beautiful. Shout out to Eva Basler, Casey Kasperzik, all the cast, directors, writers, everybody. I am proud to be associated with you guys. My actor friends are on it. I am here for you. Our show, Born Before Me Spotlight, is every Sunday at 11 a.m. We're crazy on there. Today is Tammy Dacovea's birthday. Wish you happy birthday. I put it online. Wish you happy birthday. Our Facebook page, Born Before Me Spotlights, our Born Beautiful Universe. Same thing on Twitter. It's Bold Universe _Universe, and on Instagram it is Bold Beautiful Universe. Like us there, like us there, like us there. Give Tank Alvea a happy birthday shout to her. And I'll see you guys later. I can't come on tomorrow, so I'll be doing something else, but maybe in a few days, maybe Friday I'll be on. We'll have a little Friday kiki. But everybody, take care of yourselves. Enjoy the soaps. Don't have